Osofo a ohwe fi sam do akasa olichem de branya dute inde yesi gwa ahoro a yebegya kwana atuma atoye nchem ba atoye nchem dwumayefo bonya kwana afam na wakoboa.
Kani Deputy Finance Minister Wasaye Mrashebedweni Wetiwa East Honorable Abana Osei Asare and wadi atudwa National Sports Authority no wo hwe say Black Stars na fede wo hu say koye enu nti yehwe na wo modwumedie bia no yehwe se ye be ni akọ ho pa.
NPP amanyoku no so na wode so molo bo oye amampanyin Mahama ina nandi se abana de ekwa ye koye de tia garamse no waji honi nsem wontum nyaza obotum
ara ho sem wasi ase ukọ baabi efre ho tuba ye woga South Municipality a opanyi bia wo munim ne se wo evangelist ya wotanante ekanya mesem wo wuda ne dem ama cheza chekura nti wa prokura ya woda dem honum
afija kwa abro South Mrashebego mnyusu no orobo Ghana Blasters wana about the day in the akensa worisi na wenya oya World Cup 2026 emukwano akensa bia na wasi wenya 6 points obonsemo share de waya adiye pa nsambi kadamensamo na yimira zero babosomo wo Oyerepa 100.7 more free there. We are live on Facebook. I can search Oyerepa Radio wonsa baken wo Faith Homeopathic Clinic emiri waseman kan choda yerba biara ho no ade cha nwumiri bobo ho anapa fa badan ho yerba biara ho no Faith oyaza wodimu akotini pa ahene man kokobin 18 nim no wo ye adwum wodi won dwuma ho ofre adwoda kosi oya mamanada anapa no nso no kopema nwumiri no num mpem ena Faith wodi dwuma from 10246 728 675 na Faith imwa Belter GPC capsules no mixture oyendru bia isisu yerba na onyoro haw wapod yew afa siatica ni nyinara wonsa ka Belter GPC capsules na mixture bia obabuo ye pa Bora pharmacy na herbal shop biarem na to edru bia bomodina fra na gimu nkyerem 0244 939193
na Bosheba Electricals say wo pe chandeliers corner light wo pe gate light ceiling light LED light ne nkane ahodo bia ye Bosheba Electricals and which so no wo pe CCTV cameras ne cables air conditioner USB eka ho fan and afi 12V adapter digital video recorders ni nyina ye Bosheba wo bomodia na kwa TikTok no na say Instagram no so a wo behu no eniema ne twegu dia wo pe no wa kire na wonomo dia bra baby a wo bia me delivery service wontimi wo mpene sanso na wa pesa oba wo betumi aba PZ KJT market wo ene no edi hwani mu afei prison run about sanso behu ye antiata akofo building mu onso PZ wo so behu ye your number ne 03220 30838 kanje Canadian drinking water ensuo papa ya ba maye nyina na ensuo we minerals bi wom calcium magnesium potassium iron ni nyina wom enti kopa bi nanom na mo ni padua no ema ne emantumi enkonkai wo pe kanje eye energetic drinking water ibi atra ubora shop bi mu abenya bi na fre na kwaje ne dodo 0241 449191 Dank Natural Healthcare Complex ese yadea wo yadea bi haw yadea bi tete wo bomode abra wo mo nchai titiru ne se wo dwenso na wote yawo eno achi stomach wo yefunu ho no wote oyaw pa du bebi a wachi nkasa ne mu hwo fever anasa oba nsoso oba no adu bebi ano ne ma bi fifi oba enyefe bomode akọ Dank Natural Healthcare Complex wo maso eye na Danke wo mo Trade Johnson wo number ne 0244 017556 Danka hotofie eno no Eyumre ye ne amote yenka mena na Afia Broni papa bi kwasa white the Iron Lady medical fante
uncle ebo baini afa yemfa inde nyimburu kasebo insamne mu nkyem yemfa nso mu a yare hyase wo osoafa oruna ohwe efisam ne asoaye merechira Minister of Interior umnyamfo Muntaka Muhammad ina orkase na opanyin le kasa ɔze ɔyɛ nsrahwɛ ebra ije to ɔyɛ kejetia anada edum na afa blue light marketing way na ɔbɔhwɛ mɔkɔdo ho no na opanyin ba no sinsɛm mi ha ɔyɛ na rahu ye pa opanyin ni kyema sabe o sabe nkura anada nkusi a mpo no wotu bon de wokadema wasan wotu bon bi tu baby na impobonefo bi mpole bohon wusu gya ema inde wachi wana awe a wotum wofa ebonfofo kra na wodu fam na woye hwana adwe na wodibogwan obane den ena se nyimpa se yeresisi igodi bia na yedigwa wo a yenja kwa bi ntu baby ato yenchem twa acherenchem aboafo ba wotum wofam na wotum na wobaboa na ono no leche da ehwe mbrosima enyama isi kodo ada no fida wo oye edum blue light ehona ena cheda nyasem kakraba kra odum djadwuma yefu a wo ba no he oyaja wo bo humbotene pa de wo boboa na watum wadum de nanso no oya ekwana a odeda ho anka odum nyafu botum wo afam jakobo na ebi nyi ho one sesunti ena mo kasi no otumi isi.
Let me admit that since I became Minister of Interior, I was shocked to realize that during the peak period, that's from October to February, we have an average of 50 fires a day across the country. It means that we are just burning our economy because these things are very devastating to people. You will never know until it gets to you. And the kind of homes that we build, someone will say we build without creating access. We all have this burglar proof all around the house. So with little fire, there's not even an escape route. Even rats, when you go to chase rats, for those who have lived in the village, every rat hole that you see, the rat as it enters, it creates an exit. We don't do. So in our market, you go and the way we build it haphazardly, without access, and when the city authorities want to create access, all of us, oh, why you are displacing people, what are they going to eat? Look at the devastation. I mean, if there were access, I want to believe this fire, there's no way to have gotten to where it is. What are we doing at the Ministry of Interior with Ghana National Fire Service? Our hope is that I've been talking to my colleague, the Minister for Youth Development, that let's team up the youth employment model that they have, where they pick a lot of youth. Let us train them with fire safety and all that. And then together with the fire officers, we can be able to have enough hands to man all our markets 24/7. Where they run shifts, just like police run what you call a post, so that every hour of the time, the fire officers are around the market. So once something starts, because they are professional, they are able to hold it.
Enti oyemiafo Muntaka Muhammad ena etenenkan na ono ena opanyino todo wa kasode ozafutu anum yadini ye pa di magana fo timemufo de se ijase sho eba damna impen bebre na aya na yade sabe somo ahunhia yade bo oye odumje dwumayefo no no so rutufo de he ijase sho alugo kodui mo biara mfa so mo bia mfa mo oye odumje dwumayefo mekire Ghana National Fire Service osane de ono as interior minister all kesido people there Ghana National Fire Service woni mfura wodi adwuma he ni nyina wa asese mfura wodi adwuma no wonya ose he woni tennis a wodi adwuma mpono monchare kura ina mawaji 10 years wo woni nsem ntinisa so nti mo amfa so mo bia no wonya so mo bia wodi kaje fans wo social media won fan bo Ghana National Fire Service for.
When I went to the Ministry of Interior, I realized that the newest tender that we have was procured in 2014.
Just imagine.
That's more than 10 years. You and I know the way they run. In about 6-7 years, they become obsolete. Yet the newest tender we have is more than 10 years old. Why? For the whole 10 years, as a country, we have not bought even a single fire tender. So sometimes we all blame the fire officer for nothing. Because they are using obsolete equipment. So sometimes the frustration, they go through so much frustration themselves. So one of the things that I think, if we can do even 5 pesos on a liter, what it means is that we'll have a dedicated fund to support fire. And another thing, very, very important, I know police are doing so well, the military, everybody is doing so well. But when it comes to the fire officers, insurance on their life, not only even on their life, on injuries. Because currently I've come to meet a situation in the ministry where when they get injured on the line of duty, they have to treat themselves and then send the bill before we pay. I mean, so if the person is struggling cannot do that. That means you are just killing that person. So we need to change all this so that we can boost the morale of the fire officers.
Oyimyafo asem no yaro ko batie be ye den. Oyimyafo muntaka baby a muntaka wo bia wonchi anamam. Eyi no ye minister. An experienced minister. Obi a ohwehwe nsam no hu ma owom na mote na mesima nyamaro ko ansa na wabapado wabakasa, and he is facing the reality. The minister is facing the reality. Mo womenyin nyendam panka mnyim da odum jadwuma yefon wokɔ adwuma na sɛ bia hone adwuma pan wo kapra ɔde na ankasa de ne sika sa ne ho yare bansa na watwela kama abande ka wa mobo ne botua efie yenko ɔman yetimenyin
ya to akasiebo no so na ya kwamra hyebedwe fie ya kai sɛ wɔ mampani John Dramani Mahama ɔbɛba no wɔka kyerɛ yɛ sɛ E-levy no ɛtete papa ɛno nti ɔba a wɔbɛtwam sɛ ɛtintontan ampaniampa na ano a wɔn kɔ kenkan budget wɔ mmarahyɛbadwa fie no finance minister Ira Kesilato Forson wɔde ho nsɛm ɛbaeɛ na ɛnɛ yɛse parliament ɛtena ase ɛma wɔn ɛbɔbɔ ho na abatoɔ kɔ so yɛse ɛdɔm no a na wɔn agye tu mu sɛ E-levy ne deɛ yɛtwa mu a ɛyɛ yie ɛno nti parliament wɔn apase electronic transfer levy bill no a yɛka ne sɛ E-levy no wɔn mo agye ato mu apase sɛ yɛntwam tintontan ɛno nti me de wo kasa deɛ ɛbɛhyɛ ase ayɛ adwuma nkyɛkora san sɛ mmarahyɛbadwafoɔ wɔn anya agye ato mu awie yɛama ne bɔfoɔ Emmanuel Kwaku Ansa ɛwɔ ɔman anasɛ wɔkɔ anasɛ no wɔ mmarahyɛbadwa fie hɔ a deɛ ɛkɔ so nyinaa no wɔde ho ama ne bɔ ɛma yɛ
electronic transaction levy, otherwise known as E-levy, was imposed by the government of Ghana with the aim of widening the tax net. But Mr. Speaker, it faced a lot of resistance from the people of Ghana. The tax reforms that were introduced, the government decided to abolish and repeal the act that imposed this. The Speaker, we were told that the fiscal impact of this singular repeal will amount to 1.946 billion for the fiscal year 2025. Deliberated on this matter. Mr. Speaker, the committee deliberated on this matter and came to the conclusion by a unanimous decision of the committee that this should be recommended to the House for the repeal to proceed.
That we should look at. 6.2 states that, however, and I quote, however, the imposition of the E-levy was met with resistance from the public and income of the citizens. So the Speaker is being presented as though everybody opposed the E-levy. And I think that we should look at the language that some members of the public opposed the E-levy. Also, the rationale, the second rationale espoused in 6.3, but the Speaker says that the reason for repeal is to ensure that there is availability of additional disposable income to households and to reduce the tax burden on individuals. Mr. Speaker, if this is the reason why we are repealing the E-levy, then E-levy is 1%. Why don't we go and repeal VAT, which is about 17%, if we are looking at ensuring that there's disposable income for citizens?
And the Electronic Transfer Levy Repeal Bill 2025 is read the third. Honourable members, the question is, those in favour say aye. Those against say no. Honourable members, the ayes have it.
An Act to repeal the Electronic Transfer Levy Act 2022, Act 1075, and the Electronic Transfer Levy Amendment Act 2022, Act 1089, and to provide for related matters.
Honourable members, the motion is
MPP amanyoku no honakachi na MPP amanyoku honakachi ena inde warabo oye Omampanyin John Dramani Mahama ene nisa aban warabo won sumuye pa de ebosha wode she Ghana for de warabo wabo kungo de tia oye galamse no oye age a he wato insum ye pa ya wontum wonko na news American press bi ofimachire ba no na nyansam kakra dem press na bi na MPP amanyoku wodi mendis amanyoku no na National Communications Director adima NPP amanyoku no Richard Anyagba olichemde amampanyi Mahama na bani he ahontin ena ahokaka wodi kunwodi tiagaramse no wefi hokra emasisiara yerikase kwa ebretu a woje wodima hono ye ahe ebien ediwotwe awotwe a woje adima no no mu eduanan ananaje damabre imbrechia we bia NDC wo be no wase ni nyina olchema 288 forest reserve ni mu 44 de oya busume basanya abani be no wase ni nyina ya onya asem kakakokra no ena owura ahabo olichirem de abani omombo dinara na ebo de se Ghana fo no onjido nomboa na yembo oye omani heni japado ho ban
na pese ebisa galamse iso atete afanse NDC for anhwe anyese esa say during campaign the company now galamse areas chiro mo so mo de mo to mai na ye ba e ma mo kwa mo mai eduma sa o de ibi go a from 2020 no start cancer say enti wa cancer say mo ya kire ipa now who pro ya ba we election o da say ipa ni be jai galamse no ana na bida enti enano galamse atiate say omo a eye galamse ananko first omo so say aban nipa ba bechi omo na security ba bechi omo tisi ya omo nya kudro because of madamfo aba oyonko a mo na hwibom aba omo nya aba ni de bia abede de chefa joni a ye galamse onya na nye ye NDC fo awo ye so be ye no enye no madamfo don the man Mahama de NDC ku amaba omo nya kudro a ne what yes in forest maybe now quite you know Magia ko be biara na that I'm say for I say o mako remo ye and answer more for plans o mako remo and then the other is my important security for militants agricos and maybe
entino owura wie na order todo no kada indai galamse no kono wabaye bambo ho nsam a nimu ohaw jama oman Ghana abani odo ye mowodo ye biara no do asefio
na we idea the pressure apart from say essay the forest may say any issue national security threats say empire mu na say your forest e wo omo ehye wo no preto a omo dey terrorizing national security for na say police for the soldier for so mo bo the forest wo ba ti abade say omo awon dey control security for there so a that reserve your forest no o say the group and then show a say ya posu nyina na forester they take you over nyina e free and this ya papa John Dramani Mahama the you are oye ewo sa galamse sami
enti owura Richard Anyagba oye National Communications Director adima oye NPP amanyoko ntia hye de next time obaba oye press conference no and one so na abrodo kwa ebretu dodo a won so say nen ayo mfanka homa hen
nano eye Ghana Black Stars wo mo kobo ball wo mo ne chade ene boye nanu fiadaro en wo mo che chade fo no hye wo mo enum o hye chade kwa na spell a CHAD na chese eye nan enti wo mo spell chad esa de ba ko kan wo mo ho na chese enum wo mo wie no mo ne Madagascar enso ekohia ye edwoade wo mo che Madagascar fo no so no a mad na edikan no no mo de ma wo mo se Madagascar no AMAD mad edikan ti wo mo spell mad no a edikan no e ma Madagascar fo na so mo hye wo mo miensa na ma Ghana fo ani adia ma mrahye bedwafo no so wo mo ani age pa and I'm sure Makani Deputy Finance Minister ya wasaye mrahye bedwani wetiwa East abena wasaye asare wode ato edwa ya wo kyerese National Sports Authority no Afia Ghana Football Association GFA wɔhwɛfoɔ yi a wɔhwɛ yɛ bɔɔlo bɔnsɛm soɔ minister of sports wɔno nso koraa ka ho ɛne mpanyimfoɔ ɛba na agodie mu nsɛm a wɔn di mu akotere paa no wɔde to wɔn anim sɛ saa bere yi a Ghana Black Stars wɔn yɛ adeɛ a ɛnɛ yɛni gye aba a wɔn hyɛ 3 ne 5 ne adeade yi nkɔno nso na adwenkyerɛ no sɛ yɛwɔ local players a wɔn wɔ kurom ha wogya wɔn sɛ wɔn mmɔ bɔɔl a wɔn bɛbɔ paa wɔn bɛbɔ bɔɔl no ama yɛni agye yie papaapa enti yɛnya sɛ yɛkɔbɔ ayi African Cup yɛkɔbɔ World Cup ne saa nneɛma no a agye sɛ yɛkɔ frɛfrɛ wɔn a wɔgu aburokyire ne atam sika kakraka sika pipiripii ne yɛde ama wɔn ansa na wɔn aba Ghana aba abɛbɔ match na ama yɛn no yɛnyae na nka yɛyi nso players no a wɔn yɛ local ones no ne yɛkura bi ase koraa ne yɛwura hɔ akora bi hyɛ kura bi ase sɛdeɛ osi bɔ bɔɔl no wɔkyɛn asamu agyan ɛnka yɛde yɛni kyerɛ saa nkurɔfoɔ no a wɔsɛ nka ɛbɛboa ma Black Stars ase gyina ne nan so papapapapa.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to congratulate my colleague who made a statement. To congratulate the Black Stars for putting our hearts at ease with their 5-0 last week and then with a 3-0 this week as well. But Mr. Speaker,
this is for the
it is not just what we see. There are a lot of things that we do behind the scenes. And so I expect that we don't just come here and sit and talk and encourage, and just speak and congratulate the president for a fatherly whatever. They all have fathers, so I believe that before they left home, their fathers advised them. It is not the fatherly whatever that the president gave that made them win that election. But I believe that it is something that they have been doing consistently. The consistent training, and the training did not start in 2 months. It started way back. So we build teams and we make sure they succeed. Mr. Speaker, but my only concern is that we don't see a lot of our local players in there. But here we are every day saying that Adia will fear Oye. To wait, we should appreciate what we have at home. But we don't see our local players. Most of the time, it's the foreign players we call. But yet we have teams, the Kotoko, the Samatek and all those other teams who have very good players. So, Mr. Speaker, we are calling on the National Sports Authority, we are calling on GFA, and we are calling on the Minister for Sports to make sure they do everything possible for us to see the local people in the Black Stars as well. And
we Mrashebejeni Ewetiwa East Honorable Abna Osei Asare and Wakano no kwasam sa Samuel Mami K no krotrodo ye bebobo bia tese ye kofa abrochefo ne de wo mo aba edu bebi anu wo mo kyerɛkyerɛ wo mo ho kyerɛ ye saa wo mo banso a wo mo yi wo mo yemu mobile no wo mpra bebre no a wonim se wo bepra wa ha ne matches na wo bɔ no abrochire wo no kodura wontumi mmɔ enti wo meku ni wa ha emepra wa ha sei na owie na abrochire de na ba bɛbɔ enti ne oba obɛbɔ ne biala saa wo mo nso ne yɛpɛ wo mo enso nka akɔfa local player sɛ wo mɛbɔ a wo no afɛ na yɛafrɛ no Black Stars nti obɛyere ne ho sɛ de ɛbɛyɛ a wo no nso no wo bɛgye di enti de ba me ne ka ne de turuturu pa na yɛto so so amemrashe bedwani lawyer John Dako enso editu dwa se no kwasem ne se Black Stars fo na yade se wo matumi ahya Chad ahya Madagascar ne de eno kra di adanse se World Cup no 2026 World Cup no ye giremu se twetwe ye giremu se abelaba.
Mr. Speaker, we thank the Black Stars for putting out all the energy to win the 2 games for us. We are happy when the Black Stars are winning. We are hoping that they will continue to win, make us proud, so that we will all go to the World Cup. But Mr. Speaker, on Friday, I happened to be at the stadium for the first time in so many years, and I made an observation which I believe this House should take into consideration in our subsequent meetings with the Sports Ministry. Mr. Speaker, on Friday, for the first time, I went to the VVIP section of the Accra Sports Stadium, and I was amazed that the VVIP session was so overbooked, was so overcrowded, and that members who were sitting could not even see the stadium to watch the ball. And then on the right side of the stadium from the VVIP session, a particular part of the stadium had been blocked for safety reasons. In the course of the match, the particular session was opened and the place was filled up. In fact, it took an announcer at the stadium to warn the spectators not to lean on the metal rail guards at the stadium. Mr. Speaker, we've known and we've seen the stadium disaster, May 9 disaster, what it caused this nation. And so I'm using this opportunity to appeal to the sports ministry, the GFA, and the officials in charge of the stadium to be wary of the way they issue tickets when we play football matches in this country.
Any akwati ye so memra shebedwani lawyer John Darko.
What a man say mo so wo Brastas nansan oye match ebie na wo boy a wono mbotena akosuru ye pa ya ne mu nkomo efiagina akomra shebegomi eho na efija kwabere south abatu ni mposuo no to mrashe begomnyi onimnyamfo damata ama apianima salam ono so sorro mrashe begom no olobo oye Brastas fo na bado share Brastas mo ya die papa pa da mo achi oye chat na Madagascar we twa one pe goals awotwe emomo atum manya oye 6 pointer in the World Cup akwa yero koda yebotum yenya bi eza akwa mo ya ade nti oh I
rise with great pride and joy to congratulate our local Black Star on their impressive victory against Madagascar national football team. Mr. Speaker, this victory is a testament to the team's resilience, skills and unwavering determination to make Ghana proud on the international stage. The Black Stars have once again demonstrated the spirit of excellence that defines Ghanaian football and rekindle the hopes of millions of Ghanaians who passionately support them. Mr. Speaker, this victory is not just a win on the pitch, but also a unifying force for our country, reminding us of what we can achieve when we come together with a common purpose. Mr. Speaker, the success of the Black Star is not an overnight achievement, but the results of sustained investment, planning and support from various stakeholders, including past and present administrations. I would like to recognize and commend the former government for their contributions to Ghana football, including infrastructure development, youth talent nurturing, and strategic investment that have helped shape the team we celebrate today. Mr. Speaker, as we celebrate their success, I urge all Ghanaians to continue supporting the Black.
Na cha ye wuntama ye nyama efija kwa abro south mnashe bogomnyi oniminyamfo anabo damata ama apianima salam na tene kana ma mi olkom na che bogom na aja nenanwa je ne Ghana fragi ogunu kom na olkase no bo nyinyim efia ko
de num no
pressure awala bete pe
ara usem wesi ama yem hihie nso aba na ni nyina ne se kroba ko ede tuba ye no ewo ga South Municipality Greater Accra Region wasam na mekei na amanebo afiri wo eba kire se opanyi bi a woye mfihia ediosia 60 years wo evangelist kra na chese wo kwanya mesem wo panyi ya okire ene wo mo se wo mo sore ye no chese emsel eyi enefo bebre kura nie ene wo mo hu papai nanse wo mo tenka bi free papa ne dem ho no mo a enka na efiri ho ba no enye nka papa enye desa ebo pa na wo mo sa papa e kira kwaya nefo numnie so a wo mo hu no enti de kwaya ye ne se wo mo kɔbɔ unit committee members wo krom ho amane se papa no ye hu no nanso yetenka bi free ne dem ho eba enti no ka mo bekɔ ye mo ane yakɔ akɔhwɛ de yekɔ a ampani ampa ni duane ampa ebra wo mo bowura papa ne dem mo bu dan no wure mu no na kyese papa yi sa wo wu dadadada wo wukura tamu a wo mo hwehwɛ no wo mo hu no no wo wu hyɛ ne dem elefo num ya wahya ase kora wo pro na wo manfo no a wɔn mo kuro no so ne kyese asɛm no ɛyɛ wo mo wanwa pa wo mo tibi mpanyi nsɛm da unit committee member ɛyɛ owura Tete Malik Agbo wɔne nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ kasa yɛ wɔkyerɛ sɛ yɛde papa no akɔ akɔpie mu ɛwɔ mortuary
no hu ɛna senti no nti wɔn hu sɛ wɔn no ne notify sɛ ebia nipa no ada wawu ada dan no It is a CIA report to ama police for any police phone by. And pound so you be done so a nipan wewu ato dan. It is a CIA yama ambulance ever found a call police motor. It is a CIA mini casano. Police for moon and kwan so a dead body no air call police hospital. It is a CIA car or your tuba ya koi. Tia or faces here. It is out here can say next year I was one of our way. Nisha any pan in the age by 50 to 60 years age. According to information I mean yano. Or people work as well say I will be preaching or that was Thursday no. Almost I was in the home fan. But the Mudin hospital on by and I was in the home from Thursday no. Our Buffy no almost yourself and almost a moon mini and a moon in the contact, but they almost 2 day work as well storm and I'll be drop pavement a preachy I'm a forward and I'm also now in the moon evangelist. Me name sorry but I mean the mean is a friend pastor.
Any of what's here, Orata Malik Agbo, why unit committee member. Ewo tuba yewo ga South municipality na wamafo ni bia wamunim no no so ekasaye
obi efiri wa ase ntumi obi efiri wa ase me elema me na me organize ewa ase sadia me kofra assembly man na no be hwe nti be fra assembly man no atu onso ni nipa e be hwe ase nti asema wo ho no so ye na kono so no oh no abon na sebi na nka how many days? That's 5 days in me. 5 days into me to I don't chant. It's far if I say ya wanna say brown or between one honor. Now share me family just fine one. Until me nim say beside a cost.
Oh, serious and one boy Sandy who said any be a had that. Some one boy I the patron on no one. Oh, serious, Thank you. Ebi a oni obi next year anke. E happy say no obi betimi abe. Confirm na obi nso atimi aye yama no.
Eni ekoti eyi womanfo ya womo ewo tuba eno womo so ekire wonumo dwe efa evangelist ya wenya ne baby company ya okire yesi papa yi wo betena blocks no so a na wo preachi no wo kanya me asem nsa kire o Yesu bo wanche o papa no hododo no omde no ko hospital ba ya wo se ne ho ye sa okoda adem no wo 5 days wo munim ene se wo pro e ba bonti
achechefo bia wokoje wone nteten wo achechire adwumayem ana inde wo wie school kura wo afimpinu na edonu ebiem anyame nchaje bosum eson orokona wo twedui wo fa hona wo ye adwuma na wo kase na wo chiremde wo asantimantem kroba tadi na yereke de bosum awotwe eson lukona nyimni wo fa adwuma ase ema besi de mabre wonya hona ketua ni sentinchino wa boewura ndai oya asantimantem soafo ne tenabia meche Dr. Frank Amwakohene de wasra na ta omro hon sabe mu no mbo hone no woma wonensem nkodu abankasim no mampanyine nte na wonya bibi mfamfam won achechefu wolichirem de oya adza yewura afimi ne busuma odikan no potokase mibi ofan validation na chede wori yenhwem makona wofade ye hon adwuma no wonitin wetum wakọ oye payroll to na wolichemete payroll ne bai ni nyina no na chede he okwahwede a hwehwehwehwe nkwa na watworo wada asado na chede woni pay no onyambe no wolichemde wonwolichin wo ye papa wadiska na wade fakal ko school ado wada wachire wole ye dwuma wada se wonse wole ye bibiara na ketu no mbe no oda ho chire kase ye pa abohono do won kasamafo iye owura adomako kranche ina onyin sentwafo di nkomo
kind of yata Emma Clarence say betimi afa a teacher for 2022 enti omofa adwuma mu so am appointment no yes started say ho adwuma 5th July posting model and self posting model minister ochem honorable say ya odutum ene the then director general Dr. Akenkansa e de bae say omo say ewiase no esesa e de oto ba bia ope times ya adwuma abosome wakajo say hwe ena Yes, I say, oh, wait here, in your botre. I posting a boy on Betia, and a shame. Yes, Nadia Assembly, you call regional office, councillors times, you call district education office, Okwa, Kone Hojuma, Scanabeba, Kone Hojuma, Scanabeba, Alco regional office, M2 Okwa, Kone Hojuma, Scanabeba. If one class and cry, be over catcher or no. If I know that, but Usikana with the honor of Usikana Oya Hojuma, in Tobacco or Tumboko. Afe, in your botresi a chain, Yamiaduma, March ye woman. Afe March by ya, and the Bobo, you will school and Zadanan my for. You do every payment voucher also. You will school was a idea as missing staff, Yadanan my for. Ama a free January ever. A come any brave woman into no. Say validation every bar. Ebe category zama validation aba na aya mhihie because unim say eba na yibe tia oka ana say yentia oka enti yemu bebire ho no ma obi kra say de e chance de aya mhihie nko a enye onko bo obi akro no aya mhihie nko a say yibe tia oka na aya mhihie
che ai mobuna wako agikire mu nteten na training college o wako school wawie abana nkasa afo na adwumam why you ma bosom kor bosom ebien bosom ebaasa bosom anana ko bosom esuan 7 months yentua hone ka 7 months to eso inne ya yerka sei abano foforo ba bi panyin bi wa appointing wa management bosom so ya na ketia wa to na account im eyi wo ya chefa wo je classroom wo recha ma fam majo no nam da ma hu chirimu a abaza papa no de ba che he na ma efia yenkwa
Majority leader Yera Mahama Yarega was say talking do. Na ye cash will be a talking do and not say Mampeni John Dramani Mahama. Why are talking do, not just one waka where yo was say a dear yo Mahame ye. Woman Penny John Dramani Mahame ye. Na Yera Mahama Yarega to say, Yentia warm pay fancy na nye. Nanu amampenyi ka so ba E-levy obetwem na mpa wetwem waka se beti tax obetwem ampa wetwem tax ahodo bi amampenyi ka so obetwem no truly ene akwamra shebedwefia mache so mo akotwetwem se tintontan enu nti wo mampenyi John Dramani Mahama afa no obe na kese pa ede amagana for enu nti wato di din se wo ye talk and do mai atokena do.
I want to restate that the debate is of the budget policy that was presented to this House and not governance generally. Mr. Speaker, the budget clearly establishes President John Dramani Mahama as a talk and do president of Ghana. Talk and do president of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, President John Dramani Mahama promised to abolish E-levy. E-levy abolished. Talk and do president. President John Dramani Mahama promised to abolish the betting tax. Betting tax, Yamutu. Talk and do president. President John Dramani Mahama promised to abolish emission levies. Mr. Speaker, the budget policy promises to do that. Talk and do president. Mr. Speaker, President John Dramani Mahama promised to abolish the VAT on motor vehicle insurance policy. Mr. Speaker, that is also going. Talk and do president. President John Dramani Mahama promised not to tax small-scale miners. Mr. Speaker, that is also going. Talk and do president. Mr. Speaker, President John Dramani Mahama promised to stabilize the city by establishing the Ghana Gold Board. That is also happening. Talk and
Honorable Mahama Ayarega, Majority Leader, was say Mr. President is a talk and do president. The president say you go abolish the never talk and do president. The VAT and the one why what you talk and do president. The E-levy he has cut it talk and do president. He has cut all the things that they put inside the thing. Talk and do president. Talk and do president. And the majority leader Yera Mahama Yarega. Ena wakasa no a wose o mampanyi wa ya de pa waka wayo na eni dia ba ye mama Mahama fancy ye semwe minority leader wase o bo amesem medwiri egu de wo kan nyina mesem ago destroy am na minority leader Afenyo Markins just say yo yate so man pay talk and do dia and ya mama kan body bi so awoye na ne body awoye nyina ne say na say wa ma security for no e konkrofo fie kwotete wo ma bra bo papa eno so de enye enti so ya talk na do dia won talk so anya sa de ni biom na wondu.
Today Ghanaian citizens are detained by investigative agencies beyond 48 hours. Ghanaian citizens have their right being abused without taking them to court. The NDC does not believe in the rule of law, and it is clear in their posture, so-called legal search, which ends up in intimidation. Today, if you even criticize them, they threaten you. If you criticize them, they threaten you. They threaten you. And they said, you dare me, I would release the tape. Release the tape. We tired of the hate, the hypocrisy, and the double standards. We tired.
Some catch them. Messi ora Afenyo Markins wo besem. Asemo a uke kwa kanyan tokwa. Enzo hese ne papa wa yire ne ho denden dia. Wo ka say asabre kura eni me biba. Enti minority leader and the attending canon to aso e ada say we ni agisa. NDC fu eni ti kakra o parliament papa ni buofu.
Afenya be say.
Ni buofu.
Wa say.
Omo ni ti kakra bia na ene ya. To aso.
Said ya opeja mu yesi emu onu. Okay. Yan to ka se bono don fama na ya ka wo de Oyerepa 100.7. Oyerepa 100.7. Eyumbru no se ka se bo na orutwagu na fe. We are live on Facebook, Echo Facebook, be searching Oyerepa radio won saba ken ho. Na inna de ya yereka sei omampanyin Mahama wabobo impanyimfo bi wona gina wolkoye osia na mu wo oye krosinu mu amambu wadaman mechira Metropolitan Municipal and District Chief Executive sir omampanyin gina oman hyenembra kunyin oye article 243/1 1992 constitution era section 20 and afa no cross 1 so Amma ho kwanda in the local government amendment ya fimpinu na edunsia act 936 do in the other bo impanyimfo baya eduason ekor mechira 71 nominees ni na otwagu wo oye amantem nkonkonkonkor awotweto na wo in the day wukuda ena dam nkratai ofri omampanyin na kachi obotogwa na ehwa mantem idunsia yewo wo man Ghana ne mu no ne mu awotwem ena omampanyin wabobo eyempanyimfi bi wona dzine de Metropolitan Municipal and then District Chief Executive Officers meche MMCs onka gina wona na mu fam won say assembly members waji honu tuma na mantem odi kan ba ni ewrom wo oye fra mantem meche water regional wo oya mention nkonkonkonko du awotwe ina ohonda mabra yereka sei amampanyin wa abobo nimu oya du esuan na chere kor ina waka ho ewrom wo oya oti mantem ha ye wo mention nkonkonkonko akoro amampanyin abobo edin akoro a ni nara wa abotogwa afi ewrom wo oya ahafo mantem ha ye wo mention nkonkonkonko esia amampanyin wa abo oya inyimpa esian honi dina assembly members woji honi tuma inne wo be yedwuma za abo na fe bono mantem ye wo mensin nkonkonkonkor edu omampanyin wa abo inyimpa edu honi din afe bono east mantem no munso no omampanyin wa abo nyimpa akono honi dina osane de mensin nkonkonkonkor akono na wo ho savannah mantem no mu wa bo nyimpa enum honi din osane de mensin nkonkonkonkor enum na wo ho ina fe north east mantem no monso no mensin nkonkonkonkor esia yereka sei omampanyin wa bo nyimpa esia woni din afe ewrom wo oye atoya etifido mantem mechira western north region wo so a no so ye wo oye mensin nkonkonkonkor akono wo ho a omampanyin wa bo nyimpa akono woni din a no so no wolko na wakobɔ adwuma sɛ assembly members wagituma nti omampanyin na bani abankrachi mpanyimfa odo obubu honi din first batch a odi bayi amantem nkronkonkoro awotwe nyimpa dodo a wabo honi din meche 71 ene wabo togoi.
Now, Western Regional Minister, Honorable Joseph Nelson, what they are to Ghana Railways Company Limited (GRCL), ejumefo no enim se womunya botre womunu nsuo entwen wope esan se abai foforo ya wabe wo plans bebre no a de ejumefo ne pa wo se management no ene enyumafo no wo se ase womodwuma na womoye no womonya hitches kakra na se womo struggle kakra challenges kakra bi so abemu ama womo na so mampanyi John Dramani Mahama sane Mahama yarge kase wo ye tokendu no enche wo betoke no odu ama womo pa fix challenges ni nyina edi ama wo mo papa yera Honorable Nelson Joseph ebra wakasa no say enwakano.
We're excited that in spite of these challenges you have stayed on course. You've been committed to doing what you are supposed to do, except that the challenges sometimes are a bit overwhelming. And so let me encourage you to continue to stay on course. Government will look at these issues effectively with a vision to get railways back on its feet. Really, a policy that will turn, railways around is what we are all looking out for. And that, I must assure you that His Excellency is committed to doing that. You've heard about the 10 billion infrastructure, the big push. Railways is part of it. And so let's pray it will be good for everybody. It will be good for Western Region. It will be good for Ghana, so that transportation can also see some huge improvement. Anywhere in the world where railways is on its feet, transportation is at that high level, and movement, around this is so very good. It enhances economic development and all of that. The assurance is that the President is committed to resolving your issue.
Wei toye mantemu swafo Yera Joseph Nelson.
Na yankopwe mu ewo oye kronchi hima dzima nkran krom techiman wo buno itmantem no mu nana kunama dampon otodo odikan na tu awofo na inde inanum efode woma modzinara na woma honom mafra na honamba nkankan no mmamesiamba no hone daachi ihe hone ye pa na kunama dampon all kasen oyin sentwofo kasa ina ode de mafuturo ma oye awofo de woma modzinara na mama from bankankan maba no hone daachi ihe hone ye pa na wonje de mo wonyiman de eyi bi aba yerekotwatam wedding bi aba yerekobi yekoto lace na chada enyama ho hia nkote na wodi ska wadodo to wodi sese won ye shepe na wegia mo from man hon daachi ejeje mu nti woma mo from man wono wo masua wo sukuru ko ohia hon ye pa
e mata e go to me se e me dwumedi e ma e kasa wase nyina me hu se ye bo masene e ne ye pia o mo no madu pempen so madu nti abata e go to no so ye pia ye ma no na ye ma nya gira bed ache nti wo ye baba ana maame a emfa wusika enkotontoma wa bra wo basuku fees eda ho wo ba hia bu atwere wo school mu na odi sika na akoto eyi ntoma akoto eyi duku na wo ba hia ma asset se ye boa ye ma no no mo ko school na da ache mfa so ya ba so ama
na kuna mana no si no na small honorable assembly member Zimankra Chrome electoral area wo bunu Eastmantem no monyimnyamfo rejoice na adu nunu olkasa na no so olhye mmebunu nkura nkankan mmesiamba ne de akwanje bebre na wo ho a wo botum wa fado na wa bo mo ho daachi ne wesi won ye pa nti mmebunu hwe nkan na wose wo ewo baba oneje ijare na ye na bi okotere nda bi da mabru yetwem maba nso wo ko school nti mankete sembei wo ma de so hunyenye pa ma hwan na hono daachi wesi amahwan
ahwesem a mebo a mepese me de ma the young ones a batitiru e ma ne say enkantete no na ma no omupia ye de ekọ kase na so na de yes no way yes e wo say pagya ye mu na ehu ne pa e wo ma mu because ma ye ni ma enye yie nti mesisu say oba baby oba bia wo bia wo ne pa bia wo anim bia na e wo say upie ma nkrofo hu say wo so wo ho a obetimi aye anwana ayefe enuntina papa bi kan na asem say o say me man kwa kokotena se a omuntimi ntu oman no ho me mum say your mad dear body be man kokampo ma enche na kuro na tumetu mo aye from nti mesrɛ ankorankora biara sɛ ɛmfa wo ne kuro a wotim ɛne baabi a wofiri deɛ sɛ na wotitie biara no bɔ mmɔden na ma wo nipa nyankopɔn de adom mu titiri sɛ woyɛ
enti onimnyamfo rejoice na adu no nu nenze na etie ne bra afuturu kwaza ama maba wɔma mmɔden na womasua ho hia hwan dɛmbrɛ bɛyɛ ho daakye bɛsi ho ne yei
ebufu asɔre wɔ ndc ni mu ɛwɔ asen central abato mpɛsua so na wei ne yɛ syria callers wɔn na akeka wɔn ho abom ɛna wɔn kyerɛ sɛ professor jena na opoku agyeman wɔn mampanyia bɛdi akyire wɔbɛyɛ adeɛ bi a wɔn mpɛ enti wɔn ka kyerɛ maame sɛ wɔn twere ho koraa na adeɛ bi wɔ hɔ a mampanyia bɛdi akyire koraa deɛ ka ho fa ho mfɔrefɔre ho saa ɛna ebisa wɔn sɛ ɛyɛ deɛ ba adeɛ na wɔn si yɛ atensɛmtwerɛfo mommra ne yɛnka nkyerɛ mo na press conference no de bɛdia no press conference na se ɛna wɔn chairman syria callers association wɔn chairman moro Ibrahim wɔne nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ kasa no wɔse hwɛ maame bi a wɔnyɛ bibi papa biara ma ndc amanyokuo no ɛwɔ mfimfini mantam wɔnyɛ tew wɔno koraa na nkɔyɛ deputy election director ɛwɔ ase central hɔ nanso so wɔntumi anya contribution biara ammoa party ne sɛ party no ɛbɛtumi aba power na ɛnɛ sɛ party no aba power deɛ a wobɛpɛ mu adɔdɔdeɛ ɛdi anaa ɛno saa deɛ wɔn sɛ wɔn gye tum ɛnyɛ yie na maame a wɔn ka ne ho asɛm yi wɔn sɛ yɛfrɛ ne Charlotte Boakye ɛno nti wɔn kyerɛ sɛ ɛnaano na wɔn te sɛ wɔn mampanyia bɛdi akyire professor jena na opoku agyeman ɛna abɔ maame ne din sɛ yɛmfa dce position no ɛmfa ma saa Charlotte Boakye no na wɔn nso deɛ wɔn gye tum ɛnyɛ yie n'ɛnyɛ yie tena da enti vice president twɛn ho koraa maame no nso deɛ yɛmpɛ no yɛnkɔtie wɔn nsɛm no bi
ɛyɛ ɔno vice president ɛne regional organizer ɔno na yɛyi ne sɛ ɔmla ɛmɛyɛ MC wɔ Asen Central yɛntena hɔ ɛma saa dwumadie wei ɛnkɔ so ɛne sɛ yɛde nipa mmiɛnsa akɔ national yɛnyi wɔn mu bia sɛ obi a ɔno no te national no ɛna appointi obi ama yɛ asɛm yɛ ɔka kyerɛ akwala koro betie eti yɛ ika kyerɛ mpanimfoɔ sɛ with that nipa mmiɛnsa no mo ɔmo obiara din yɛntan obiara ɛne die mo buom national chairman ya papa esi edu nketia ɛne national secretary fifi abikote ana ya papa John Dramani mama yɛ ka mo maso ate sɛ yɛmpɛ basabasa wɔ Asen Central Asen Central yɛ na asundiem Asen Central 24 good years nie yɛntimi nyi seat ɛnɛ afi mpanimfoɔ etimi agyina ɔmo na so branch executive constituency executive am yetimi agye akonya na dia na sɛ na yɛbɛyi obi a wɔ constituency no ɔteɛ constituency na ase na yetimi EDMC ya mana madwumadie na akɔ so na
ɛne ɛkɔtie yei ɛyɛ Moro Ibrahim ɛdodo na bɔ ne mmara ne sɛ mampanyi piesie ɛna te sɛ wɔkasa no na supporters ni bi nso wɔn so de bi to aso paa wɔn so no kwasɛm ne maame ne deɛ wɔnyɛ hwee
yɛte ɛfa yɛ chairman baba ho sɛ ɛdɔm bi so yɛ pepeni na yɛ MP yɛ pepeni yɛ president yɛ pepeni na mekae sɛ Kufuor abrɛ so na Kufuor yɛ akanni Kennedy no yɛ akanni friends chairman Buti no yɛ akanni Oba DC nso a no so yɛ akanni saa time yɛ ankɔhyɛn ɛnɛ yɛ a pepeni na yɛ adwuma ama adwuma no asɔni yɛbɛma mi gyima atumi atena so for 20 years they said you Kennedy man nsa so no ɛnɛ hwɛ ntoto yɛ de ba na onim sɛ woka baba waka ɔsuchi dɔm a ɛdi division ɛbɛto PC no ɛne baba ntɛm sɛ deɛ ɛkɔ no sɛ Asen Central yɛ pasomdwe a yɛmmɔ saa nipa no yɛ sɛ de Charlotte Boakye obi yɛ nim no grassroots mi gyina ha wɔ me baba na ni me friends Kofi eni me Sadik eni me hwɛmɔde bɔ a mebɔ no party yɛ sɛ da bia ne grassroots deɛ sɛ bi yɛnyɛ kwasi adwuma ɛmenya nsafo no mu ni ɛyɛ out ɛnyɛ adwuma
nti sɛ position kakraka wei aba abɛtɔ na ɔmo ayɛ ɔmo adwene sɛ ɔmo fa kuntu na ase de na akɔ akɔhyɛ mu a yɛbɛsrɛ mpanimfoɔ na ɔmo ama yɛn ni so ade no wɔ Asen Central ha no ayera atɔ nsuo mu.
It's about time we should reward hard work. It shouldn't be said obi meye adwuma from the inception of the party
from 1992. Now why party adwuma onim assembly concept about the assembly. Not time also the party no former a constituency as a municipal near no. We are going to pick somebody on Timiam Wama assembly.
Any akwati ye omanfo ya womo ewo emfifini mantemo titru ene asin central ye abato mpesua so na tese womo so ekase
yankwa na yankwa oya twafo hin dzima doma nananum atenankondwa na rakuya so oya hin dzima oya kofi asua bronu bia owo doma ahinko barma twumasi bakwen otodo ebien ena ore shabode he nimpotem ho no a obobo no za futo a osafata ye pa ena mwa no ye dzin ozama ajiman bedu MJHS a wofra no ajisko na wetum abode nwumasua ena maframa no hon kanko obotum wagina ye pa na opanyini ohene de damasam nyina tugwa wo oye ahimfie na oreche achecherefo ena adusuafo de in the day or the one you know waka won bom na wo mo ye once no wo sese krom otu ye pa no na demo no na otu imbabunufo de won twe won ho mfemfi indrubon no no me ho na basabasa ya ozi oye dache bon de babro hondam roba ya ho dache no obesi won ye pa
ajisko schoolfo ene akyerɛkyerɛfo abɛyɛ no mahemfie ha sei de aboro madwene mente aseɛ so wɔn abase wɔn ba bɛkorakora abɛsiesie abɛprapra ahemfie sei no kurani meni asɔ metiri sei mehwɛ metu bani hwɛ bonkum nifa so a baabia yɛ clean meni asɔ yie meda wɔn ase de schoolfo na se mede teacherfo nso ase sɛ wɔn ntɔnkɔ so na medical hyɛ bɔ sɛ school no miwuradea de esi masase so ɛmo bia metimi abo school na mana tumpon ne miwura nso bɛkasa na yɛ nyinaa yɛbɛboa na school yɛ tumpon na gidini ɛwɔ dɔmama mu
na ocheche nyipa yi na oda school ya no owura anasieboa na okyerem de de nche onam no wotu de ma na monyi de ne ho hia ye pa de se school bi won potemu adusuafo na ne mu achechefo no de wonye mpanyimfo a woka bi owo mu won potemu ho no wonye wodi nsawo so na bibiara tumi ye dem roba ya wo ho bia wotum woda abo no nchi na wodi dem nsese adwuma na akopam wo na ne fie na dem nsami so wabotogwan
yɛse nana school no ɛyɛ model school model no kyerɛ sɛ yɛ na yɛdi kan ayɛ ama afoforɔ asua afiri yɛn hɔ nti na ɛsɛ sɛ yɛtu anammɔn na yɛba yɛ nana bɛkwen ne nan so anaasɛ n'ahemfie na yɛba na yɛbɛyɛ adwuma kakra ɛwɔ ha sane sɛ wohwɛ school koraa na yɛkɔ no a yɛwɔ school community relationship ɛwɔ hɔ nti sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a school ne community no nkitahodi a yɛwɔ no tem biara yɛbɛka yɛn ho abom nti na ɛsɛ sɛ yɛba yɛ nana ɛnan so na yɛbɛboa na adwuma kakra bi ɛwɔ hɔ no yɛn so yɛba na yɛbɛabɛyɛ ɛnyɛ adeɛ a ɛbɛyɛ ni edi kan a abesin aye ni etwato ɛyɛ afei na ya start ne ɛbɛyɛ ɛbɛta ya aba ha yɛbɛyɛ na ya ba mu na ebi akɔ akɔdura
enchocheche yipa yi na jisko ra ernest yeboa nente ene yete no
Doma Central Municipal Chief Imam Sheikh Zakaria Ibrahim waba mampeni John Dramani Mahama Baso wasi nka obi enim se enkremofo womo Ramadan na nasa fast ni wia Eid al-Fitr ene twosho womo party be de edikan ha wombronya de edikan eye Eid al-Fitr eno ye small wine no ketwa no ha na yenim se aprobosome na ya na ewomo na aburuswa daba akopene de ama omo holiday no omo di adechi a obi ekọ adwuma na so mampani John Dramani Mahama chese de bi ba akopene sa ne de ema agoro ne nye de enti waye ne mienu 2 days na de ama wo mo ntizisi ade wo mo holidays no eye 2 mua
Bekase nokre asem de asem na ba die holiday na ba ko odeda da so die no a ye na ye first time wa ye ba ko abeka ho ma holidays for Eid al-Fitr no aye nam ye no a ebomu ema ye Eid al-Fitr yankopa ye no se Ramadan boso meni na kremofo ncheki ya na se Ramadan boso meni be kwa wi ya ya me adom na se hu boso meni pe the following day ni Shawwal the 10th month our Islamic calendar 10th month no so the first day and Eid al-Fitr hospital this is a year chiwi anwa na yame adom te say enne na bosome betima kwa wi a ye hu bosome anwumre a kira say yesalla enti from retente na yesu say ebe ye ya edel fitan de ye mai one day bi enka ho na ensolve problem yame ncha de aban e de one day aka holiday that na e wo ho no declare say yame adom a free afuwe 2025 muslim for Ghana maimu ye benya 2 days holiday for edel fitan no because of say between 2 days na yankopon ni muni yankopon e beda na say na ya sanda panifo ni na say
Wey Doma Central Municipal Chief Imam Sheikh Zakaria Ibrahim Gastro and Mensoplex mixture Edro Papa Gastro mixture no eboa stomach ulcer typhoid fever wodwensha na se wudidi a wotenka se oyemia wogya diarrhea na se indigestion and ye wo Mensoplex mixture and also your menstrual pains menstrual disorder and a vaginal discharge. Your Prostaplex mixture and also prostate enlargement, frequent urinating, urine retention, pain and burning sensation. Nina be ye free ho and re upebia to a heba shop be mu and I say 0248 778899. Medima for Heba Hospital, Dr. Time that so was on the one can't say yadi way and away, yadi be a hawa no. Deɛ hia sɛ wo ba na so yɛ wɔ de time beto so time no so yɛ yadeɛ no bɛkɔ ebu akwa twema gogo akra nso ɔpɔkua se mayira number no yɛ 0244 774282 and Divine Mercy Cosmetics Erica Cosmetics me pacho sɛ wopɛ sɛ wo kala yɛ fɛ woyɛ kɔkɔ a kama enye obi obeka se me yekoko ana me tuntum pese me yekoko de bi utuntum na enye fa Erica bema tuntum na ye feni de beda ho pa e na yekoko nso akoko no nso ebe yekoko mrongo ama eti ko Erica Cosmetics wo no ma nku papa na unim se obi wo ho no ma o se pimples aye menim bebi aye tuntum na nso obeya ye me chese me hu de menye me yusu ne ma bre ko Erica ho no obema ne papa ama odi aye oni pedua na manipedua no asan ye fe ene eba ne ntade de mpaboa ne slippers pers de a UK ne ma nso nko anoto ne US enti edum Mrs. Anoche Plaza ni mo friend 0553 457200 na obejo so
amamre piesie dwumadina eguda yerbo ho nka examonte inde oboaze acheza woda hye inde yermo framba wono mu no bombodinara na ma ombra akunyi obade ho ombade nazi zo onyuma awensam ka zo onyuma amambra na manje na inde moka ho bebere na ombre na dwumati onfare ho be hyeme bi na bra Oyerepa FM TV your front desk Buffalo forms 50 Ghana cedis na dama kunje afrano so no onkyere mo wonu mu mfankyira mansan nyinara fra 0591 707938 0591 707983 na mamamfa dam nkaiboy into ode wi ana eyin kaibo ne efia dia tweda me kama na adwuma yaku bi se inde adwuma yi bi wo fia ha ohia single room self contained na wetum ordinary to baby wa da kama na adwuma zo odi wo ha no wa kwadoja manna mbiaye a osoro pedan ni atonsu amakom santase na afetafo na olechede yempe agent sembia ntisi e fewura da landlord ana landlady awo na ewodan ni bia na so o maame ana papa wonua bi wonya nku bi wodan ni bi na ata wo so etum efre na ebo adwuma ye ni 0244 803978 0244 803978 efia fa yin kai bono tuedo na
ebusiafo e de yin kai boto so asolo busia panyi ya weje ewo kokotro nana entwibu esi akoja sikrom sofo George Mensa Arion Kwanta oba panyi buama obose nana fosu eni ya wotosumie no otumfo sikaku hene afei enuanom ayowura Daniel Eje Holland emma ayo otufo sikakua kontihene nana obe amampene UK ora ya obona UK ora yere Georgina yeboa wayedwedini wo bode ora yere Georgina buedi enso ewo Pentecost asore ye wo ashalebotwe enkran ama kunedu dodona friend Cynthia wayedwedini wo yija nana ma jemfu a ade beba Emma Candice Boahima Bona UK, Brina Kesuwa Bona UK, Lois Obey Bona UK. Ebushie ni adehye nyina se yemfanto omanfo anim se womade nyina wono maame Madam Esther Opoku edaya wansore na dodo na friend nana amampene na wonyemfinhia no eduowotwe enum 85 years. Ebushie chese eye ne hyehye no sei na etie. Womo se nyame ya doma manche bosome de toso eduonu enkono hia topre funeral grounds ho ede ye maami ebeto empem na ejamfo aba abejam no a ebobeye se no nkunum ho no mo a wono ebema emu ne so na wo makwa akopɛ no korabea ewo Pentecost anase wo mbekwa akoye ewufusum kransa ewo Pentecost wo mbepɛ no korabea ewo Pentecost musieye mum ewo aija na fe ebusua saba betena se ewo hia topre funeral grounds ho na wonomo atoa eyiyo no so efri ewia donko ekosi enwumre no nsia na ne kwasia da so na ye match bosome de toso eduasa no ebusua se obekọ Royal Assembly Pentecost eija anopa no nkro na wonomo akwakoye aseda somsoronko eno nti woto nsa afre omanfo nyina asoro busua panyi opanyi boache ansa aboabo abusua panyi opanyi osei kwabena oheneba owusu efri ye ya wotoso enai apejahene kumase nana opoku entwi apumasu bemuhene ewe kropon oheneba jemfi kumeni safokantanka ekropon mama hene oba panyi ama agema nketia JA Kufuor kane mampanyi ewo my Ghana mu ha Oraya agema dua kane MD Emma Ghana oil Ghana oil ye kane se go enuanom eya bena konto USA yadufie adepa bantama Frank Yeboa tema oil refinery MOP debt afei emano eye Moses Asante Priscilla Owusu ansa Abigail Owusu ansa Shela Owusu efriye bantama ene obusianka nyina se wono ade nyina Doris Sapon daya wansore wote ase na ye frɛ no Efia Sapon wonyamfie eduonum na 54 years eyi no hyehye no enie match bosome de toso eduonu enkono wono ede maame betompem we kropon asante kropon asante afei wono ebebo modin na kyese wono atoa eyi no so a jamfo ba be jam no akama na wono amaso ede akwakopie mu ewe kropon musieye akwakopɛ no korabea na woma ba betena se ewe kropon funeral grounds ho efri premtobre kosi enwumre no nsia na wono anom sikasa ne kosi ada no ebusua se wobekwa akohie biom ewe kropon funeral grounds ho biom premtobre na wono atoa eyi no eso Edia na ebusua panyi ose Kwame Beza ewo Kumase ebusua panyi nana opambo agema Kumase Elder Kofi Menu dodo na afre no wofako fufuo Ora Emmanuel Agema aka Bosheba panyi kwanchefo ya wada Promise Group of Company ano and as a Promise Group of Companies ano and Elder Martin Nkrumah enso ewo fufuo na eja eyotumfuo kwansentuo nana Kwame Asante ya wotosumienu fufuo hene afei ena eyoba panyi adwoa kwane fufuo enuanom ye Madam Adwoa Adoma fufuo no wo Madam Felicia Opoku so fufuo ena afei woba ya nikunu eja no ho anase bema ni chese oba ni kureja no ho Madam ya tema enso ewufufuo na ema no eye Owura set apia USA Madam Ekuyadan kwa Kumase Madam Amamponsa Germany Mrs Evelyn Asantewa kwata so ena Mrs Agnes Nyako enso so ewo eye Kumase ene enuanom nyina busuafo nyina se yemfanto adehye nyina enimu se wonomo nuaba womade nyina Madam Janet Opoku edaya wansore na minimara se ewase eye bibi wa ha sanse widow ano omeyen Madam ya tema ena ne wofiri mu no nso ye Madam Janet Opoku nti minim se nsakra bi ebebem wa ha se kakra ha enti Madam Janet Opoku wadaya wansore dodo na no omofre na akosua mmra na wanyamfinhie dioso miensa 73 years na ebusua kyerɛ sɛ ɛyie no sei no ɔmayɛ no ɛyɛ memenda March bosome de toso eduonu enkono womo ede ye maami ebeto mpemu ewo fufuo ahomache nonan na ejamfo aba bejam no a owia wode ne beko Evangelism Assemblies of God asori ewo fufuo na womo akwakoye ewufusum amanom ebusua kyerɛ sɛ ewufusum ne kwawie ye pɛ wombe me maami so na omde na kwakopie mu ewo barekasi musieye na anase omde ne beko fufuo musie ya ɛwɔ barkese kwantempo no ɛso na wɔnom akɔ akɔpɛ no krabea afei ebusua bɛsa ba betena se ɛwɔ Methodist Park yɛ ɛwɔ ɛyɛ fufuo hɔ no mo a efiri ewia donko kosi enwumre no nsia to ɛyie ne so na ne kwasia da no wɔmbɛkɔ Evangelism Assemblies of God asɔre yɛ wɔ fufuo na wɔnom akɔ akɔyɛ aseda som ebusua bɛfiri asɔre hɔ aba betena ba ye Methodist Park ne so biem ewo barkese kwantempo ne so efi wi adonko no ekosi no nsia na wono anom sikasa edua na abusua ye asante bekwai ene esumeja edua na abusua ye wo asante bekwai ene esumeja nana adwoa perama ye woto sumienu asante bekwai hema esumeja asante manso hema nana kwadwo dechi ababio apiedu chidomhene ebusua panyi Kennedy Boache ewo USA enuanom ye Mrs Florence Bando afrakoma ena dodo na efre no okumase Ernest Boache Yosefa His Excellency Dr. Kwame Bewua Edusi oyekane Ghana Ambassador USA en wosaye panyi kwanchefo ye awada Yegwa Hotel afei akwasi hia man dodo na friend Django Dr. Joseph Obey enso ye guta president na emma no eye Ellen O.A. Bonsu UK Eric Afari ewo eye dodo na friend Kwabena Kwache Germany Joyce A. Owusu ewo Canada Reverend Edwin Afari enso executive director Emma Ched Cocoa Board Accra Benonia Afari yedu enso wo Canada eni busuan kan nyina se Mrs Monica Dorothy Afari edaya wansore na dodo na freno oba panyi nana ekwie friye anase Monica Ajemai anasa sister nana ekwia anase teacher Monica na chese maami wote ase na ne din edoso pa nti di obi enim ena ode freno na wonye mfinhie du wotwemienu 82 years ebusuan sememenda March bosome de toso eduonu enkono womo edie maami betumpem ewo house number NDS 93 Nyamiduase GPS no AB 00106986 ene Jemfis Park ene di nhweni mo ewo bekwai ahomache no 9 ejamfo ba bejam no na owie a wode na kwa akopie mu Wesley Methodist asori ewo bekwai na Calvary Methodist asori nso so eka ho ya wo mbeye wufusumi ama ye maami ewa mokom na afei ebusua se ofiri hɔ a wɔbɛkɔ akɔpɛ no krabea ewo Methodist musieye na wo mogya ne chikura afei ebusua kyerɛ sɛ wɔbɛba betena se wɔ Jemfis Park efiri wia premtobre kosi enwumre no nsia na atade a yɛde ba tuntum ɛne fitaa adechi kwasi ada March bosome de toso eduasa no a Methodist ana Wesley Methodist asori ye wo bekwai ene Calvary Methodist no so amokom ene wo aka boma tese wo beye aseda som soronko ede ama eye maami ebusua na se ebusua ne koda ase na ofri asori nso obesa ba Jemfis Park ye wo bekwai ewia premtobre kosi no nsia na wono anom sikasa eno ntie ebusua se kwasi ada no nso wo ba atade tuntum ni fita na wahye ne fefefe na ade aba ebusua ko nyina kyerɛ sɛ eyiye yenkogya eno nti yemra na yemedom won emegya won ade to obi ani a enye ono na eyiye nti yenkɔboa wo mo na yenyi ema wo mo
ebusua mpanyimfo a wɔte eyi padonyi ɔkofo ɔkatachi nyako eku otodo idu ɔyɛ paramount chief wɔ aguna nyakrom nananum atenenkonjamiche traditional area nana kum enini bampon otodo esia oye juma kwa hene wo aguna nyakrom traditional area Pastor Ransford Obin or head pastor Calvary Charismatic Church Kumase ɛna afei nana bi kusi apia otodo ebien manso kwanta manhin owura Joe Minta ɔyɛ managing director Joe Mint Construction ɛna afei owura Joseph Ebo Newton afei enuanom mmanyin inembesia Madam Matilda Arthur dodo na frɛ no Afanoa ɛna afei Kofi Otin dodo na frɛ no Fifi okunafo a ɔte yipaduni owura ye Naomi Arthur emmanyi Prince Arthur ɔwɔ UK Benjamin Kwesi Arthur Kumase Jonathan Jones Arthur USA Richmond Arthur UK Doreen Arthur USA Priscilla Arthur UK Perry Jones Arthur Kumase Princess Portia Arthur Kumase Princess Sheila Arthur Accra Portia Amprechum Donona Freno Mamio or USA Ebusuyin se yemfa dem akwanje do oya wokwando yemfa nso wona yide wona papa wona nyo banyin wona wofa wona adze nyina wona kun owura Benjamin Kwame na Arthur odaya wanswer na oye managing director zima oye Knato Complex Limited ozi infre oye eduowotwe 80 years na ebusua se na yi hu nhyehyeni 28 February 28 March wɔbɛyɛ nkae som wɔ Calvary Charismatic Center CCC ɛyigyase wɔ Kumase yara na 29th March ɔbɛyɛ memoranda wɔde ɔpanyini bɔtompam ɛwɔ ne fie wɔ Agona Nyakurom ahoɔkye no ne baasa de kɔpem anɔpa nondu biako mekyɛ 3 AM kosi ɔyɛ 11 AM Uya wɔbɛyɛ ewufosom wɔdze aman wɔ Roman Catholic Church Aguna Nyakurom na wɔabɔ mbɔdzen wɔapɛnkorabea ɛwɔ nara ne fie ne mpotem wɔ Aguna Nyakurom ɛfiri ebusuafo batena ase ɔyɛ 29th March memrinda no wɔ ɔyɛ Aguna Nyakurom Astrotef wiabro don kosi enwumbro no nsia na nikosida 30th of March no Oboko Roman Catholic Church Aguna Nyakurom wakoye inasesom wo ho wadaman wofria asaf asoro no mu a ewiaber bra prem ato meche non du ebien 30th March no obusua no batena se wo opanyin ne fie na wode neyi ho nhyehyɛ za atoyodo between 12 PM to 6 PM na watoyodo wo ho wade aman na wosi wo wie a ne na wɔtwe ɔyɛ 5th April ɔyɛ memrenda wɔbɛsɛn wɔabɛkata wɔayɛ ne yi ne kyi koraa wɔabɛyɛ bi wɔ Kumase wɔde akata ne kyi koraa wɔ Kwada so Estate Kwame Afreb Astrotef wɔ Kumase hiara ewiabro donko dikasi enwumburu no nsia owie a ne kosida on the 6th of April no ɔbɛkɔ akɔyɛ inasesom wɔ Calvary Charismatic Center eyigyase Kumase a anopa nondu kopim ewia premtober na ebusua wie a wabatena fom 6 April no wɔ Kwada so Estate Kwame Afre Astrotef no wakata nechi wanum ne yi santi no wale sha nkranko na jamfo na aboafo de wombɔdze no du ha wombra na wombɔbɔ na zaza to ne nyino nyanala ɛna oyi ebusua mpanyimfo a wɔte eyi padunyi nana ɔsɛ tantia ɔyɛ kronti hene Kenyase number 1 nana yaw buachi yatom debi hene Kenyase number 1 nana owuso nkroma atempe hene Kenyase number 1 nana che bafo chidom hene Gambia number 2 ebusuapanyin kwabena insia dodo na afra ne chairman Kenyase number 1 Charlotte inti beko Kumase ina owo onua ba ekuya afriye Dubai market Kumase okunafa oti eyipaduni owura ye Dora Adey Dubai market Kumase ina owo embanyi Jones Ajay oya businessman Kumase Samuel Kwache businessman Kumase Dimas Fosu Mensa dodo na afra no Doc Tressa Adoma USA in owo Stephanie Ejapoma ɔwɔ London. Afei nwɔfa asefo mmenyin na mmaa nyi. Prince Nkrumah ɔwɔ Canada. Akwesi Poku Canada. Ekuya Echa ɔwɔ ɔyɛ Kumase. Na ebusua si yɛmfa dam akonye do ɔyɛ wo kwan do yɛmfa nsi wɔn anyi dɛ wɔn papa wɔn kun wɔn wɔfa wɔn nua benyin wɔn azaadze nyinara owura Kwaku Owusu Ade dodo na friend Ade Blue ɔda ya wanswer ozimfi eduasa enum 65 years na neyi ho nhyehyɛ ni ebusua rikyerɛ mu a 29th of March ɔyɛ memenenda wɔdze opanyini bottle ɔyɛ impam wɔ South Centreso o ifie no nye ɔyɛ KCC school no di enyimhwɛ ahomache no nen afei wo wi a wɔkɔ akɔyɛ ewufo som wɔ South Centreso hɔnara ifie no ɔnye KCC school no ɔyini di enyimhwɛ anopa no nkro wɔbɔbɔ mmɔdze na ndei wapagya opanyini dzina kɔ ɔyɛ ahafo Kenya ase number 1 wakɔpɛn korabra wɔ hɔ wɔ dɛm memenenda nara owia ebusua no batena ase wɔ South Centreso ni fifie a ɔnye ɔyɛ KCC school no dze enyimhwɛ ewiabe promtobre kapum enyimro no nsia ne da kɔsi da 30th of March no wɔbɔkɔ Bethel Congregation Presbyterian Church South Centreso wakɔyɛ inasesom wɔ hɔ wofiri hɔ a ebusua no batena ase South Centreso hɔrara ifie a ɔnye KCC school no dzi enyimhwɛ ewiabe promtobre kɔpem enyimro no nsia nti wɔse yɛmfa akwanya do adɔfo ina ejamfo de ebiro no da wɔn mɔboa na yɛ papa yɛwura owura Kwaku Owusu Ade ano ankɔbɔba na zaza ato ne nyini soro nya no ɛna oyi yɛgyina yi do na yɛze enda enyimro no nsia kase bo a yɛde bram Oyerepa 100.7 we were live on Facebook Oyerepa radio Facebook no yɛde bram no semfu panyini o ma owura Emmanuel Oduro Korea afa Jimmy Clifford chief producer na boafo bebre kan and afa Edusi Pokuya the pempem for no ma hende producer and they enuanum adue na yɛbɔsom ho yɛ ame uncle ebo bini and afa Afia Broni papa bi pesa white and yɛbɔsom yɛ sorry to nampanyina atena se dwumadi no atwɛda amamo.
Hello. But